Hey guys, welcome to the next part of my Five Nights at Freddy's movie map. This time, it's the exterior. I don't want to waste any time with this video because it's going to be a long one. So I'm just going to head straight into all of the changes that I've made for the interior. Starting off in the kitchen, I have completely revamped everything. So, as you can see, the walls are now a white colour instead of the old chisel bookshelves. And the entire kitchen has literally been lifted up, swiveled around, and as you can see, all of the walls are in the new correct and accurate position. Moving on to the utility tunnels, I have actually tweaked all of the walls to make them a lot more accurate. So now you can see there are some that are stone bricks instead of where they were originally all just mud bricks. Finally, I've tweaked up the stage a little bit, and especially the backstage, so like the stage lights. Now the stairs accurately go to where they should. Anyway, now that we've seen this, let's just jump straight into the exterior, where I will be going around and building it. Okay, so as we start off this video, I've got to do a whole voiceover, so this is great. So let's just, talk about whatever I want, I guess. So I've not scripted this bit, but, just go with the flow. So here, obviously, I'm building the main pizzeria. It's quite similar to my original one that I built. Obviously, I have had to tweak it up a little bit to make it more accurate to the movie. However, I have tried to keep a lot of my designs quite similar. So hopefully, there's not that much of me trying to change my building style. Now, you also saw with the red lines up there, I did actually take some inspiration for those from someone. I don't know who it was off, but it was someone. So credit to you if you know that you're them. I don't know. But yeah, so here I am. I'm just making a little room where Mike gets back into the pizzeria whilst like through the vent to get to the arcade in the final sections of the movie. Now you can see I'm moving on to the roof. The roof is probably one of the harder parts when we get to the main back side of the roof, because I've actually modelled a full roof, which is really, really cool, with an actual, with the windows that you can see into the pizzeria, which I find really, really cool. So, now we've also got, now I'm building the main entrance section for the movie. Now I know those bone blocks are supposed to be glass, however I just thought it might look a bit weird, and I already like how they look with the bone blocks. So here you can see I added in the gate, which Mike had to open, which wasn't in my original build, but I still wanted to include some glow lichen just because it adds some nice detail to the build, so I did that as well. Now, one thing you might notice is that I've not actually put the sign up here, and at some point during these time lapse, it's just going to sort of appear in there. I don't actually build it on a time lapse. This is because I've actually built it on a tutorial. So, like I said in that tutorial video, which link in the description if you want to go ahead and look at that, I want to give a huge shout out to Moby Large. Now, his original, I obviously explained a lot more about it in that video, in the tutorial, but the original design for the movie sign, rhymes, was actually made by Moby Large. I just tweaked it, basically. I just took it and made a few adjustments. Now, here I'm also doing the next section of the red outline. And I also, in a minute, I believe my reference just dies on me, so I don't actually have reference, but luckily I can fix that not too soon after. So I believe once I add in these lights, I think, yeah, after I've done the roof maybe? I don't know. We'll just get to it when the time comes. Now, I do want to actually ask everyone, what is your favourite part of the movie, and what are your opinions on it? Because I've seen a lot of mixed opinions. Personally, I really like the movie. Obviously, it's not. Even though I'm a FNaF fan, I'm not going to go out and say, "Oh, it was the best movie ever." Oh my god, blah blah blah. I personally don't think it was the best movie ever, but as a FNaF fan, I did like it. So yeah, I believe it's this section here that I decided to change when I actually saw the reference for the other side. So I went back and changed that. So, this video, which I will talk a bit more about in the end section of this video, I actually have put up a download for this world. So, if you want to go ahead and download it, then, you know, feel free, I guess. It's in the description. It's going to be on my Planet Minecraft page, which is really, really easy to get to. So yeah, just click the link in the description, and there'll be a Bedrock and a Java version, which is really awesome. Now that also does bring me on to another section. So it's about my website. So I used to have a website called ParkyPlays.com. That was where you got some of my downloads. But the problem is, I just don't feel like at this moment in time. I personally liked having it so, you know, there was sort of a central place where all of my builds are that you can download. I do really like that idea. But at the moment, with the viewership that I have, obviously it's quite mixed. Some videos do really well, some I don't feel like pop off very, very well, because obviously it's all down to you guys, you know. If there's a video that you won't watch, then I can expect that not to get that many views. So what I do need to start doing is sort of thinking for about a few more videos that you would watch, you know, a few more videos that you would personally like to see. And I promise this will link back to my website. Basically, I just feel like at this moment in time, because I don't have because obviously my website, it's not I don't have the proper viewership yet to keep it running. Don't get me wrong, I'm making enough money. I can keep it open if I wanted to. However, at this point in time, I feel like it's a bit useless just spending my money on a website that, bear in mind, I do like it, it does work. However, I just feel like when Planet Minecraft is out there, which is a free alternative, which still works really well, I feel like, you know, it's a lot more effective if I just use Planet Minecraft for the time being. So I'm not going to say that I'm never going to have another website in the future, but I feel like for now I'm just going to stick with Planet Minecraft, just because it's just easier, you know. It's a lot easier and it just works. So here I'm building the back section of the pizzeria. Obviously we never see this, or we never see any of it really in the movie, because obviously this outer section is just a ginormous facade. You know, the entire inside of the pizzeria is a completely different set, and the exterior, which I'm building right now, is actually a part of just a little wooden beam at the front. Like, it's just a little wooden section at the front, which is the building that you see at the very front, you know, like the actual entrance and the front bits, because that can't really change. That is what we see in the movie, and the side as well. But as soon as you see that stone wall towards the side where the thugs break in, that is where the building stops. So I can't actually build any more of those accurately, because it doesn't exist. So here you can see I'm pasting in the pizzeria from the actual set that I've built. So this is like the exact same as a set. Take a little dip into the floor there. This is the exact same one as my movie set. It's just this time I have had to obviously, like I said, the movie itself, the interior doesn't fit in the exterior, basically. So as you can see, look, the arcade is missing a wall. It's completely gone. And same for the office and the kitchen. None of them will fit correctly into the exterior. And obviously this exterior is custom, like I said, it's my own design, because there was never actually one to begin with. However, that still doesn't mean that the arcade and the office and all the rest will fit. And I believe the director did actually say in the official like an official statement, I believe the creator did say that even given the circumstances, the interior for the pizzeria would not fit the exterior whatsoever. And you can hear that off of many other YouTubers making the pizzeria in Minecraft. The interior does not suit the exterior. It's just not how it works. And for the exterior shots, there is actually the first little entrance room was built twice. That is why you can see the interior from the exterior. But apart from that, you know, that is basically it for the interior. You can't see it after that. Now, for some reason, we're going upside down, which, you know, fair enough. Bit trippy, but sure, we'll go with it. And here, obviously, I'm now moving on to the roof. So you can see where I've cut it off, basically. So there's no security office. The kitchen is very, very small, and the arcade has been cut off. There is no room to fit the back hallways, even though those windows would technically be able to align with the ones on the inside. It's not there. I can't fit it in. And obviously the parts and service has also been cut off as well. So here I'm just making some more room for the just a section of the roof. Obviously I wanted to sort of have it so that, fair enough, it's going to be a teleport to get inside the pizzeria. However, I still wanted it so you would be able to see the inside, sort of, so it was like an actual set. Now here you can see I'm moving down a bunch of the parts and service. And like I said, with this, I tried to get it sort of to be the most unobstructive, because I didn't want this roof to be too highly detailed that it takes away from every other thing. So, you know, I have put the basic things in there. I put a few roof decorations. I put a rooftop vent, which I found was quite cool. I think I also took some credit. I also took some inspiration off of someone for that, but again, I don't know who. And then, of course, we've got in the center the main window of the pizzeria. Now, it was never clarified in the movie what it was. I don't know if it was a skylight or just a light in general, but I like to think it was a skylight because I feel like it looks quite cool being a skylight. So, you know, let's just make it a skylight and hope for the best. Now, as you can see, with the roof, I've used the polished deep slate tiles just to completely cover the roof in. I do not want any of the lapis to show, just because I feel like, you know, a grey for the roof would be a lot cleaner and tidier than the lapis. And of course, I didn't like the holes, so I had to cover those up. So there you can see, just in the corner, I've been building a raised section. Now, I don't know why, but I did. Quite simply, I just didn't know what to do. Obviously, this roof is massive, and I just didn't quite know what to put in. So, you know, I just sort of put in... I just sort of filled it with random stuff and random shapes, because why not? I also, if you noticed from the copper section of the roof, I've actually added in a sort of like drop down from where the copper is to the actual roof. That's for two reasons. One of the reasons is because I wanted the roof to actually connect up with the roof of the actual pizzeria, so like the same height, sort of. Excuse me. Anyway, I also wanted it to I saw that idea as well, with the drop down and sort of like boards covering it up off of someone else. I think I know who it is. I believe it was Dr. Wasabi, I think. Which I also asked if I could use a rough outline of his exterior for my own. He never responded. He ghosted me. That is just highly disrespectful, and you shall be hearing from my lawyers soon. But obviously in the end I did not use his. I made it a lot more movie accurate, which is really nice. So here you're going to see me struggle with a car, to put it bluntly. I'm going to struggle with a car. It's that simple. For some reason, it started out okay, sort of. Then I made it touch the floor for some reason. And then I think I gave it sheep ears for some reason. I made it look like a sheep. I don't know why I made it look like a sheep. There you go. But I did. And in the end, I just thought, you know what? Let's be honest. I've already got a design for this car back in my old pizzeria. Let's just reuse that. It's the same sort of thing. Now, I do want to give credit to Ben from Ben and Jack's Let's Play. To be fair, it was his design, but he did build it for me for this map. So, it's technically for the same map, you know? It's not in a different world. So, just yoink that. Thanks, Ben. And then, of course, in the background, we've got the sky, apparently. It's just the sky. Now, if you ever see these like little glitchy bits where I go off into the sky, that is actually because I am going back to the old pizzeria and I am taking references. So I can see, look, those trees, again, credit Ben, but to be fair, he did build them for my map. So, you know, it's still my map, so I'm just going to steal them. So, obviously, these trees were used in my original map in the neighborhood. So I just thought, you know what? Instead of rebuilding a whole new tree, let's just paste them in here. And here's where the start of my outlining problems commence. Because I actually didn't realise until I got to that tree there, where I've just stopped, that I have been building the wrong thing for the wrong outline. So I had to quickly go back and destroy some of the trees because they're not actually trees. They are actually lampposts. So I had to quickly fix that, and I had to, first of all, come up with a design for the lampposts. I ended up coming with that design. I think it works. We never really get like a good look at the lampposts in the FNaF movie, and I've seen many different styles of people building the lampposts. This is just my personal preference. I do like how it's sort of in a pillar, and then it's just the light. I feel like that just sort of works for me and for the map. And again, I've seen a lot of different styles of like the parking lot, but I tried to go a lot more movie accurate. And like, again, even with the floor of the parking lot, I've seen a lot of people try and do a different array of floorings. Personally, you'll see mine in a minute. It's just a mix of, I believe, cyan terracotta and polished deep slate. But this is just because I thought that, you know, it works the best. And there you go, you can see the sign has been pasted in there. But yeah, I just thought it works the best for my map because it's simplistic, yet it still has a bit of texture in. So that's why I did that. And I have seen many other like versions of it though, you know. Some people have just used stone. I used to just use black stone, which I've found out now, it looks really ugly when I take off the connected texture packs. Like, it looks really bad. I did not recognise that it looked that bad. But yeah, I fixed it. It's no longer just polished black stone, which is good. But yeah, I also saw in Mobilage's video, I think it was, that he's gone for a lot more, I wouldn't say movie accurate, more Google Maps accurate. So there you go. So I tried with a polished black stone, and then I tried with some deep slate tiles. I was originally then going to do stone, but then I decided to do that mix like that, just because I thought, you know what, it works and it looks good enough. So that is the mix for my floor. But yeah, like I said, I saw Mobilage's, and his was, credit to the guy, he must have spent ages on it, making the different, like all the different colour palettes, just because he copied it like 1-to-1, the FNaF movie, like car parking lot on the, on Google Maps, which is just crazy that he's copied it 1-to-1. So as you can see, look, I'm going around now, making a bunch of cars. Now, you might have noticed on the purple car, it said Afton. as the license plate. So something that I did for all my cars that I am really happy with is the fact that I've actually tried to make it look nice and accurate. So basically with these cars I've tried to make it work with the movie. I've tried to make it look as close to the movie as possible. Credit to Calamitoff for the original car design I used in the Piggy maps. Obviously now I've took the same sort of design because I feel like it's really cool. I think Calamitoff originally got it from TSMC, I think his name is. There we go. Now I'm just reusing the same taxi from my old map. I just had to shorten it one more because it was a bit too big. Anyway, like I was saying, with the license plates, there's going to be a huge array of different Easter eggs on the license plates. Like, for the taxi, I don't think I've done that many different things because I could get it movie accurate. But like, for the police car, the license plate is like a mix of number and letters spelling out Officer Afton, which of course, if you, spoiler by the way, but if you see the movie, like there you go, that one says Schmidt. If you see the movie, obviously Vanessa is William Afton's daughter, so it's Police Officer Afton, which is really cool. Clearly I've come back to the movie, there we go. I've come back to my old map. And finally for this section, I just had to quickly fill in my my sign like that. And we're on to the final section now. So there you go. As you can see, look, that was a quick jump cut. Yeah, these signs are that sign was basically the exact same sort of from my old map, not that much different. Now here is Sandy's jewelry box. Now obviously Sandy's jewelry box is really interesting. Some people have it, some people don't, and some people will just change it into whatever they want, which is like me. So I have built a ginormous section here for Sandy's jewelry box. It's gonna be accurate to the game, to Google Maps that I used for this one. I used Google Maps to sort of have everything look accurate, which is good. And obviously with this one, it was kind of hard because of all the tight spaces that I had to work with, but I feel like I've done it justice. And I try to make sure that every single room, even if it's a fake door, is filled in. But this time, I have missed one room. So you'll notice that there is, I believe, on the front side, 4 doors, I think. I believe there's 4 doors to the entrance of Sandy's jewelry box. And you'll actually realise that when you download the map, that is where you spawn. So I've made a little spawn room inside of Sandy's jewelry box, along with a quick teleport destination. Now, there's obviously not many places you can teleport at the moment, you know, as, well, we've only actually built the interior of the pizzeria. So that's the only available teleport at the moment, but luckily we can just work around that. So yeah, obviously when the map gets updated, we can update the teleports. Like I said though, I haven't said this yet. I am going to tell you the next section of the map that I'm working on, which I actually already started on by the time you're seeing this, which is the one and only neighborhood. So with the neighborhood, obviously there's a lot of work that's got to go into there, you know. I'm trying to get a bunch of different locations to be accurate, movie accurate and Google Maps accurate. I want to try and get like a nice mix of both, and obviously I want to try and get in as many areas as I can. Obviously some will be Easter eggs, some I want to get in there from the movie. So like the parking garage, when you see Mike drive, that's sort of something that I want to try and include somewhere. I think it's a parking garage, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, Ben and Charles will probably have to help me with that one because it's a very big build. I want to try and get Mike's house in there, the school, the hospital, and that's just to name a few. Like Sparky's, the councillor's office, tons and tons and tons. And obviously, like I said, a bunch of cool Easter eggs. So, we're getting to the end of the time lapse now. As I finish off the back section, all I need to do is weld edit off the top. And yeah, so now that we finished this, I'm going to hop back into my regular Minecraft Java position, and we can take a tour of the map. Let's go. Okay, so now we are done with the time lapse. As you can see, everything has been fully built. Now, the actual redstone behind this, there isn't that much, but as you can see, look, each little entrance and exit has its own little redstone area. So here's, you got one for the vent, you got some for the doors, and you've got one for the back entrances over here. Where's the, there it is. Basically, these are just simple teleport commands, which detects when the player is on one of these blocks, and it will send a redstone signal to teleport you into the respective entrance of the interior of the pizzeria. And of course, it works the same way back. Now, there's not much to actually show when it comes to the exterior, because a lot of it is just this empty field with some trees and some just some hills going around. But some of the notable areas are the roof and how I've managed to get this beautiful looking Freddy Fazbear sign. Again, I think it's thank you to Moby Large for that one. I had to think there. As you can see, look, the roof has been fully fleshed out with a sort of interior. Will do for now. But yeah, as you can see, look, everything works inside, which is perfect. And then over here, we've also got we've got Sandy's jewelry box. And for now, this hasn't got that much in, apart from the actual entrance and spawn hub for the map, which I'll let you explore a bit more when you do download it. And now here, as you can see, look, finally started around, there are some cars with some special license plates. So this is the police car that Vanessa rides, and obviously it's got a little custom license plate, which this one says Officer Afton, which is, you know, quite unique. Here you got Justice for Hank, because, you know, Hank didn't die in the best way. Afton, because, well, it's a purple car, and that's technically supposed to be Afton's car. Here is Schmidt, because this is Mike's car, and his name is Mike Schmidt. And then finally over here, I can't remember if this has got a license plate, which no, so I might have to add one now for that, so let me go ahead and do that. And there we go. So now Corey, or Cabby, I guess I should call him, has also got a license plate, which is perfect. But other than that, that is the build completed. So, obviously, this has took a long time to make, and you can already see I'm working as we speak, because like this video has took about, what, 4 months to create, with all the outlines and everything. But as you can see, look, it's took so long that I've actually started work on all of the neighbourhood. So, that will be the next video very, very soon. But for now, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.